Yes? Are you tired of your relationships, your health, and so much more suffering because you lack the truth you need to change? The life you desire is within your reach. You can achieve all the success, happiness, and prosperity you deserve by simply learning the secrets that lead to real personal transformation. Change is hard, but not impossible. You just have to make one radical decision to get real. And there's no better authority on the real steps to change than David G. Evans.
Some men trust in chariots. Some men trust in horses. But we will trust in the Lord.
David G. Evans is leading the charge to bring you the power to change your life. He is committed to the mission of helping you transform and become a person of power, and it starts with his all-new system to change your situation. At the centerpiece of this life-altering collection is David Evans' groundbreaking training course. From ridiculous to radical to real, this means war. In this series, you will discover the steps to change. This series includes 2 powerful messages, each on winning the battle in your mind and cultivating a language of faith. That's 4 messages, 4 power-filled hours of material. If you want a better marriage, this series has the answers. If you want to achieve financial independence God's way, the secrets in this series will empower you to make it happen. If you want a life of power, anointing, and influence, this series will show you how to get it, and there's more. You're looking for serious, immediate results. So, Bishop Evans will also include one of his best-selling messages called Weapon of Warfare. This classic teaching will build you up to start fighting in the spirit for what you deserve. This powerhouse collection, from ridiculous to radical to real, and Weapon of Warfare, will give you all the biblical strategies you need to change anything in your life. This collection will ship to you immediately with your gift today to David G. Evans Ministries. This ministry is revolutionizing the kingdom by empowering believers. Souls are being saved daily, and we need your help to grow this impact in a real way. Call now and sow your seed of just $35 for your transformation to help people around the world. Your $35 love gift goes straight to the front lines of ministry, providing help to those that need it most. Call now. Make the decision to get the power you need to change your life forever.
Position yourself to receive from God with Bishop David G. Evans teaching When Men Pray.
Have there been times when you have asked someone to pray for you and the prayer has not been answered? Because instead of praying for yourself, you waited until someone else that you thought had more power would pray for you. Prayer is something that you resort to immediately and not as a last resort. You need to learn how to pray preemptively. You need how to pray ahead of time. Don't always be praying in response. Pray proactively. Pray before it happens. Lord, cover my child. Lord, bless my day.
Develop your relationship with God with this dynamic teaching on CD or DVD when you write to us. Visit our website or call 1-800-591-8480.
Allow God's living waters to wash over you and refresh your soul.
You've been praying for yourself when the answer is in praying for other people. While I'm praying for California, God shows up in my house.
As kingdom people, with the king in us and us being sovereign ground, we are not governed by the laws of this land, but we're governed by the laws of heaven.
He's talking about you going to draw water from the wells of salvation. Where's the well? In you.
If we want to release the water, watch this, we don't have to pray for it to come. Where we are now, we pray for it to be released.
Release deliverance and transformation in every area of your life through God's living waters. This revitalizing 3-message series can be yours on CD or DVD when you visit our website or call 1-800-591-8480 today.
Isn't it time to stop reliving your past hurts and move on to a bright and hopeful future?
I have a right to be upset, but I don't have a right to be wounded for the rest of my life. So I choose to be healed.
Get rid of the bitter poison that unforgiveness administers to the soul with Bishop David G. Evans. Forgive again, live again.
It's a liberating experience, and being able to forgive someone and forgiving yourself. It's liberating.
Forgiveness will deliver me in 3 dimensions. From what happened, from who it happened with, from when it happened. Because sometimes you'll get free from the what, but the who will still have you bound.
This highly sought-after 4-part message of healing can be yours on CD or DVD. Act now, and we'll include Bishop's book, Healed Without Scars, with your order absolutely free. All yours when you visit our website or call 1-800-591-8480 today.
Pointe, the #1 Saturday morning Christian-based call-in talk show in America, live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Time on any smart device at David G. Evans, the #1, at David G. Evans 1. We would love to interact with you today. There's so many wonderful things, so many challenging things going on in the country, in the nation, in the world that we like to discuss, always from a kingdom perspective, a biblical perspective. So if you're interested in that kind of conversation, sometimes edgy, sometimes controversial, but always from a biblical point of view, we ask you to give us a call at 866-743-8267, 866-743-8267. That's 866-74-EVANS. Give us a call here on the OnPointe program. We are looking forward to talking to our regular callers, but also new callers, as we talk about the most significant national, regional, local events that impact your life, but always giving you the biblical perspective of how to see those things. The Bible is very clear. Sons of Issachar understood the times and knew what to do. So for Christians, we cannot ignore what's going on around us, but we do have a biblical prescription for how to react to all the events that are impacting our lives and the lives of others. We're in a situation now as Christians that we cannot simply be concerned with those things that land on our front porch, because God has created humanity to be connected. And when we lose the sense of connection with others, we start to miss the mandate, one of the mandates of God, and that is about relationship and Him creating man and all in His image and His likeness. And we are just, we have to guard that we don't become detached from one another because of differences, skin tones, politics. The humanity cannot become disconnected. May become disconnected because of politics. You may like jelly donuts, I may like glazed. But humanity, human-wise, we cannot become disconnected, because that disunity breeds corruption, and breeds weakness, loss of power and authority, but also loss of destiny. So I didn't mean to go on about that for just a second, but I'm looking forward to this conversation today, as we always do, because there's so many things that we need to discuss that are in the news, and that we need a kingdom perspective. Of course, joining us once again is Reverend Nicholas Smith, our co-host. Hey, man.
Hey. Morning, y'all.
You doing all right?
Yes, sir.
A lot of stuff going on. One of our callers, and those of you that are joining us on Facebook and anywhere else today? YouTube.
And the website.
Facebook, YouTube, and our website. You can get to us on all of those at David G. Evans, the #1. YouTube is not live at the same time, is it?
YouTube is live. Yeah.
YouTube's live.
Yep.
That's BBC of NJ. BBC of NJ on YouTube. So David G. Evans 1 on all the other platforms. BBC of NJ.
You're on YouTube also.
I'm on YouTube.
So both of them are on all.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah.
I'm on.
Yeah.
Okay. So just join us there. You can get to us any kind of way.
Yep.
And tell somebody about us. Tag a few people, inbox, ask your followers to follow us, and we want you to like and subscribe and hit that notification button so you won't miss one moment of the OnPointe program. So I'm not really sure where we should start. Whether we should start with our previous president, whether we should begin with the Tennessee situation, whether we should talk about Justice Thomas, whether we want to talk more about the DeSantis and the Disney fiasco that's going on. Maybe I can raise this question. Maybe you can give me some insight. I used to wonder what's going to happen that's going to move our politicians to do something significant about guns, especially since you can kind of look around the globe and see where other countries had 1 or 2 incidences like this, and that was enough impetus for them to change gun laws, access laws, that kind of thing. When I look at our country, well, I answered the question before I asked, there's a disconnect in humanity where life does not appear to be nearly as important as it should be. And profit and power seem to give the impression that lives are things to be sacrificed so people can be maintained. I was really sad to hear about the originator of Cash App that got stabbed to death. And I'm wondering, I used to think that, okay, someone of that dimension of success, someone of that dimension of wealth, will there be any radical changes? I used to think that would happen. But now it seems that it doesn't matter who it happens to. You know, the people that represent us are not inspired to do anything significant to protect us. And I can't ask anymore who's it have to happen to.
Because it happened to their own. So I think 2 Congress people the past couple of years got shot. One in the baseball game, the one from Arizona, the lady. Of course, we saw with the kids. We even saw with COVID. You know, hey, we need to open everything back up. If some seniors die, they just die.
They just die. I mean, it was cold.
It's that calculated corporate model of what they take, the cost of business. It's better for business.
Price of doing business. Price of doing business.
Like there shouldn't be a certain casualty rate.
Collateral damage.
That's where. Thank you. There shouldn't be a collateral damage mindset. When I still remember the one senator from Florida when COVID first started. He was talking about opening up, we should be closing. And they asked him, well, are your kids and grandkids going back to school? He said no. He's on there talking about everybody else's kids going back to school.
I'm not longer shocked. I'm not shocked anymore.
But his own children was going to their own private little,
keeping them out.
And I'm like, y'all don't see this?
It appears to me that the corruption is acceptable for a certain amount of people, and that the people that support them, here's what I think. If I'm supporting a politician and I disagree with something that he or she says, I'm not going to act like they did something good.
Right.
But it seems to be that this relationship with some people and their politicians is so fragile that even at the risk of looking insane yourself, they will support something that's absolutely bogus. Like this morning, I saw that Taylor Greene lady, and she finally explained why she says Democrats are pedophiles. Now, the logic doesn't follow, so don't expect any sense. Okay. Okay. So basically, her logic is because some politicians protect the rights of transgender children, that's sexualizing them, and that makes them pedophiles. The commentator looked and said, "Oh, really?" So that's how they morphed that into that Democrats are a bunch of pedophiles.
Because they also, that's I've heard that before. But you and I have known gay people all our lives.
Everybody has
pedophiles.
Everybody has. I mean, everybody has.
Like, come on. But they do try to. You're right. They try to equate that to.
But they're not connecting. She didn't necessarily connect homosexuality to pedophilia.
Or yeah.
Yeah, she didn't make that connection, because in most cases that I've seen, it's not homosexual people. It's people that are hetero.
Yeah.
And got this penchant.
Yes.
You know. But I tried to follow her today. And if that's the way she's morphing all of her, I can see why she's passionate, because she's woefully ignorant, just woefully uninformed, and just shaping, it fits the narrative. That's what I'm talking. They take it and make it fit the narrative, and it's supposed to make sense. But people that support them don't appear to be allowed to say that's wacky.
Right. Yeah, and that's the whole drag queen kids thing.
Okay.
Yeah, they're tying it to that.
Yeah.
Rather than look, you want to live your life this way, fine. Why they bringing the kids in to make it? I grew up around when RuPaul started becoming more popular. It made me want to go. I'm just saying, like it, and not like I was going out watching it, but you're aware of it because he's on TV.
Well, I mean, kids are aware of a lot of things. We were aware of a lot of things, but it did not necessarily mean we were going to indulge in.
Right? Yeah, like.
Guys were shooting up each other, but it didn't make me go out and get a gun.
Yeah.
It's just, anyway, 866-743-8267, 866-743-8267. Danny from Florida is on the line. Robin from Delaware is signing in right now. We want to give you an opportunity to call and talk about some of these subjects. Now, who is really going to determine what? When you're supposed to, wait a minute, let me start over. I didn't know that the justices, quote unquote, don't have a code of ethics.
First time I heard that too, yeah.
I didn't know that all they're responsible for is reporting anything that they get over $450. So if I'm getting trips for the last 10 years that are in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, in New Jersey, when I was serving on the commission, we had to do this ethics thing every year. If I went to lunch with a contractor, he or she was not allowed to buy my lunch. I was not allowed to buy theirs. They couldn't give me an ink pen with their company insignia on it. That was a violation. So we're talking about a Supreme Court justice, and you're going to tell me that watch this, they looked at an ink pen as possible influence. So you're going to tell me a yacht and a private jet is not influence?
Yeah.
And you're going to try to tell me that he was not influenced by those, and that the guy kept doing those things because Clarence wasn't influenced?
Right. Thank you. And I know they're trying to get him on some finance laws stuff, but I don't see it going anywhere. Because his thing is, he didn't know he needed to disclose.
Lying.
Right.
Lying. I don't like to say that about people.
I know.
No. He knew, which is why he did.
Yeah, he knew. Yeah. You're not stupid now.
Once again, it shows the realities, even at the Supreme Court level, that they can be influenced, and that people attempt to do that. Because in essence, you're buying a decision.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Yes.
You're buying your influence through certain...
Well, and that's how they do it. I don't know what a justice's salary is, but I know it probably will not finance a $500,000 vacation.
No. Let me see. Salary.
I don't think it will.
No, not at all.
We got Scott from Vineland too. What do they make?
They're $285,298.
That's not going to fuel a $500,000 vacation. No. 10 of them.
10 of them.
No. That's $5 million this guy has invested in Justice Thomas. Yeah. At least that we know about.
Right. Now I wonder who. I didn't read the whole article. I wonder who spilled it first and how they found out. But somebody. Either his wife was talking. I can't blame her, but she talks a lot.
She runs them out.
You know.
But how long do you got crew on the yacht. You have crew on the plane.
Yeah, those people, yeah.
You have people at the airports.
Mm-hmm.
You have people at the docks.
Yeah.
You have people delivering food.
Yep.
You have people taking them on tours.
Yeah.
So, what do the rest of the judges do now that this has been uncovered? Or are they going to keep quiet because a lot of the same behavior is
about to say the same thing going on. That is one thing I'll give them.
Okay.
When it comes down to when they're all in something, they'll protect themselves
Yeah.
as a group.
Is that supposed to be the tenor of the Supreme Court, though?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because they're supposed to be the ones, if I'm correct, that when the executive branch or the Congress branch gets out of control, they're the ones that step up and say, this is what the law says.
Yeah.
But we've seen them finagle the law by interpretation.
Oh yeah, well, no, that wasn't even interpreted. They just said we're not doing it that way.
Yeah.
So let's go to Danny, and then we'll. But the other thing, what did you think of the Trump indictment?
I haven't been watching a lot of it.
He did not look happy.
But he doesn't look happy. But
No.
I do know. Here's my other problem. They told him, don't say anything inflammatory, whatever. He says something. Now the judge and his family are getting threatened. How can you literally put stuff out there to threaten a federal judge in the United States, and just because you're the former president, it just skate by like?
I'm not sure it's going to skate by. I think what's going to happen is if the judge stays quiet, they will not demand that he recuse himself.
Okay.
So the way he does this is to stay quiet, make sure his family's safe, and then when we get to the courtroom, that's when he begins to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Because the judge is a human being, but so is Trump.
Yeah.
So Trump ought to know better. The judge, the former president, is not in a position where he wants to piss the judge off. And this judge seems to be, okay, we'll wait till we get to court.
To court, yeah. This whole retaliatory government, that's stuff you see like in third world countries.
I know.
And I know the United States has done it before.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna act like they haven't.
Absolutely.
But I'm talking about to this scale, publicly, for the world to see.
Well, you had to bring it up. So we need to talk about Tennessee then.
Yeah.
Let's go to Danny.
All right.
Hey, Danny, how you doing?
Jim, how you doing, Pastor Nick? Staff, how's everyone?
We trying to make it, man. How's it down there in sunny Florida?
Oh, very, very sunny, very sunny. I can't complain. We're supposed to have a little rain come through maybe this afternoon, tomorrow, and Monday. But other than that, it's been steaming.
Well, that's every day, isn't it? Don't you get a little shower every day?
Yes, going into that season now. You're right on point as usual.
You said about that drought in Orlando, though.
The drought in Orlando?
There's a drought in Orlando, yeah.
Just Orlando?
Yeah. But
Just
it's
from what I heard.
going into the rainy season now.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to
They said it was bad for a while.
In Orlando?
Mm-hmm.
Get out. Danny didn't tell us that part, but he's in Lauderhill, so
Yeah.
he's in the hoity-toity part
Right.
of Florida.
I just before we get started, I just want to compliment you all on the first Sunday service as usual. It's really
Did it work for you?
Really move it.
Did it work for you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Palm Sunday, that first communion, it was all great.
I love when those special days are on Communion Sunday.
Yeah,
It
man.
just- it
Yes,
fits you.
yeah.
It worked out wonderfully. So what's on your mind today, Dan?
Well, I just wanted to say something about the topic that you were just talking on, and I was reading something where Clarence Thomas was saying something that he is just a regular person. He likes to do regular things. He likes to park in Walmart parking lot, you know.
Ain't no regular person getting no yacht.
So I guess he wouldn't mind sitting down with me. You know, we're having a day at the beach or something like that. You know, but I don't have anything to offer him as such like that. You know, but it's amazing how they do these things and get away with it.
Well, like Pastor Nick said, he's been doing it obviously for 10 years. And the man that's paying for the vacations, obviously, because he needs some influence. And that's how people have been doing it for a long time. But for him to say he didn't know he needed to claim it.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, I guess he's going to have to say that. But is ignorance an excuse?
No. You're a judge in the largest court in the country.
Ignorance can't be an excuse, right?
You can't be. No.
Okay. And their limit is $450.
Well,
Yeah.
For 50.
Yeah.
We're talking about almost a $500,000 vacation 10 times.
And how much of that, I mean, I don't know all the tax laws, but gifts at a certain level are taxable, correct?
Nah,
Whether they're
look,
possessions or cash, right?
Something has to happen.
Okay.
Something.
now get ready for this now.
Okay.
The in Miami-Dade County,
Mm-hmm.
they removed 107,000 voters. That's write-in.
Removed them.
Yes.
When?
I think it was a couple of weeks ago they did that. And look, Pastor Nick, if you will look that up.
You said Miami-Dade?
Yeah, Miami-Dade.
107,000 people?
Yes, and the new law is now that every year you have to request
A write-in?
mail in. Yeah, every year.
So they're not sending. Oh my goodness.
They're not sending them out automatically, and they will try to match the signatures up. You know, DeSantis has his voting police.
Is this a DeSantis agenda?
I think it's not him per se, but his clones that do this type of thing.
I don't see him as one of those leaders where people do things without his knowledge and permission. Now, am I reading him wrong?
No, you're correct. You're correct. They already discussed this thing because when you look at the vote, when it comes down to national elections and things like that, it always comes to South Florida. So they could swing that.
107,000 people. Just told them you guys are going to have to. Now, what 107,000? Because that's not that's not the only write-in people. You guys get several 100,000 people in write-in every year, right?
Write-in, right? If you have write-in, if you don't renew it, your signatures don't match up. But I'm thinking, senior citizens and what have you, they may not. The older you get, your signature, your handwriting is not the same. But you could be legitimate. But at their discretion, they could just go ahead and kick somebody off.
Now, I'd be interested to know the demographics of this particular
I'm trying to find that
action. The demographics of it will really interest me. What neighborhoods did it cover? That would help my understanding.
Remember, they got caught up with that other one where they were going around to the senior citizens, taking them, registering them to vote, and they were putting them in the parties that they didn't even request.
You know what? I'm not amazed at the corruption. I'm amazed at the brazenness of it. It's just.
But remember, one time you told me, you said that New Jersey had us beat.
Yeah,
I said
we're a little more sophisticated than you guys
keep
are.
our stuff quiet.
Yeah, we're a little more sophisticated. We're not just in your face like you guys are in Florida. My goodness.
And then once again, this thing with the gun law, I can't get over that. I really can't. And how they change it around.
Now they didn't pass it yet, did they?
No, he's
it's going to his signature, right?
He's already signed it.
Yeah.
Now, exactly what is he signing now?
He's trying to build this thing up. He was embarrassed by Disney, so he's trying to get some momentum going again on that topic. You better leave him alone. Just leave well enough alone.
So the gun law, what is it now? You don't need a license. You don't need a permit. You can carry all the time. What is it?
You can put it up under your shirt. Carry it in your pocket, what have you. And then for some reason, all these people that's out there, you step on their shoes or something like that. I don't want an apology. You don't say, "Excuse me, I just shoot you." And then the comeback on that. Well, I
was standing my ground.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What do you think it's going to take for the people in Florida? I'm not talking nationally now. For the people in Florida, what do you think it's going to take before something occurs and they realize they made a mistake?
It's just like they don't have eyes, they don't have ears, and they don't have any mouths. So what I mean by that, they don't see anything, they don't hear anything, and if they see something and know that it's the truth, they won't speak on it.
And here's the problem. A lot of times people don't say anything in these situations, like with guns, violence and all, until after the law is passed and it happens to them. Then it becomes relevant. And there we are back to the top of the hour. We have a disconnected humanity in the United States where we really don't care about one another. Our own personal agenda is the number one agenda in our mind. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
He's still trying to tout that Florida's the freest state in the country. So if you want to come here, you have your freedom to carry, your freedom to do X, Y, and Z, and every other state may be changing, but we're not.
But I don't.
That kind of.
Maybe I'm old timey. Why do I want a society full of people walking around with guns like the Old West? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you said that, Bishop. Yeah. I like to observe things and people's habits and what they do.
Yeah.
Check out the shoes that he's wearing now.
Who?
The governor.
What's he wearing?
Cowboy boots.
Daddy, please. Is he really?
No. I'm serious.
So is there another state that matches the gun laws that you all are adopting?
I understand that there are 27 states that do allow that law.
Like Texas, I know for sure.
We make the 27.
Yeah.
Wow. Danny, we got to let you go, man. You always have such relevant things to say. Thank you. Say hello to my sister for me.
And we thank y'all for that first Sunday service.
Man, we had a glorious time in here, man. We're looking forward to tomorrow also.
Yeah. Okay, yes, that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It ties into the season.
Yeah. It's going to be different.
All right. Be blessed.
Talk to you soon now. Bye-bye. 866-743-8267. 866-743-8267. So, the guys in Tennessee. Now, I've watched when our politicians gather in the courthouse. I've watched it nationally. I've watched some regional things. I've been sitting in there in some state things. And this is not the first time that congressmen and senators and representatives get loud and boisterous. I don't know how to vote on three people. How do you vote on three people? Two almost unanimously get kicked out.
Yeah.
And one person, by one vote, they managed that result.
They did.
Now, what I want to know is how long was the recess? If somebody can tell me how long the recess was, because they say they went out to recess and came back.
Yeah.
If that recess was less than an hour, then they had a pre-conversation where a decision was made.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're, so they tried something like this in Wisconsin. I think it was Wisconsin, one of them, where these more Republican-led states are going to find the smallest ways to get rid of Democratic congressmen in their states.
But they don't understand the implications of that?
No. Yeah, how it affects the people of the districts.
Yeah, they don't care. They're not thinking about that.
No. And I was reading something where they said that this same Congress, they didn't expel a guy that has a sexual issue. One about, I think, campaign finance.
Okay.
And another one allegedly peed on somebody's chair. They didn't expel them. But these people, because they protested guns,
threw them out. And then the white young lady they kept.
Yeah, two young black men.
And she was involved in the same protest.
Yes.
Yeah. On the floor the same amount of time they were. They kept her by one vote.
By one vote.
That's managed.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Robin from Bear. Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
Good morning, Bishop and Pastor Nick. How y'all doing this morning?
All right. How you feeling?
I'm good. I just wanted to call in and just commend you, Bishop and Pastor Nick, for the Passion Week, Palm Sunday, and especially last night. It was just a blessing to be there and to hear the messages. But I really wanted to commend and give Pastor Nick his props. Pastor Nick, all I can say is thank you.
Yeah,
I mean, the things that you spoke on,
was on this game last night.
Explained the difference in the trees. When you talked about your son, when he said, "I can see you," how you broke that down.
Man.
I mean, Pastor Nick, I watched it again this morning, and I'm gonna watch it again. But I just wanted to call and just say thank you for your message. Thank you for your teaching, and thank you, Bishop, for letting him know. Don't look at the clock. You could have kept going. But I just had to call in and say that I appreciate it. And what a word. I mean, I've been sharing it by text, sending it to family. They need to watch it.
Oh yeah, it was.
They
wonderful.
really need to watch it.
It was wonderful. The whole thing was good.
Yeah, it was. Everything was good. So thank you
different
again,
styles of preachers, and of course the worship music. Pastor Bush was, and the group was just wonderful again, and it worked out.
Yeah, everything was good. But the part that really stuck with me, Pastor Nick, when you said, just relax, chill. God is working something out in the darkness.
I'm gonna get you a sign, Robin, because you need that one.
Yes, I did. Just relax, Robin. Just relax. Stop, trying to get things done so quickly. Take your time. God, He's doing what He needs to do.
Yeah.
Like you said, Bishop, let Him do His business.
Yeah, please.
Let Him do His business. So thank you guys, and I love you, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All right, now take it easy.
All right, you too. All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 866-743-8267. We're going to Scott from Vineland, and of course we got Tom from Fort Lauderdale, our man on the ground, along with Danny.
Yep.
Anything on Facebook today?
No, it's kind of quiet today.
Kind of quiet? They out looking for camo for tomorrow.
I mean, they're saying stuff, but it's kind of.
Now, where'd you say I should go? Some kind of rack.
Nordstrom Rack.
Where is that at? Cherry Hill?
Yeah.
I know it.
You know the new plaza. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I got an olive green shirt.
Okay.
And some like brown cargo pants.
Okay.
So it's not full. It
ain't full camo.
Yeah, but I think the group is wearing black bottoms and like a green top or something. So if you wanted to do that.
Okay, I'll find out. I think I have a shirt, but I think I need a jacket over top of it. It's kind of big.
Somebody's like, they got some camo color hoodies. I was like, Bishop's not wearing.
I'm not wearing hood. The preaching? No, I'm not doing that.
He's not.
I'll faint.
He's not doing it.
I like to stay warm, but not that warm.
I appreciate the offer, but
let's go to Scott. Hey, Scott, how you doing, man?
Bishop Evans, Pastor Nick, what's going on?
Scott,
man, it's your world, man. It's your world.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like you guys. I appreciate you guys taking my call. And always good talking to you, Bishop. Real quick, I know you've been talking about Mr. Trump. I guess mine is a two-part question. I'll make it as quick as possible. Do you actually think he's going to get in trouble, or do you think they trying to do this to prevent him from running for president?
I think that first off, I do think he's in trouble because he's reacting too strongly, and he's trying to find ways already to delay the process. All this boisterousness, going right back home and spouting off, he's trying to get a reaction. Immediately I saw that he's concerned. If he wasn't, he wouldn't go through all this.
Okay, because you never know with that joker, man. Because me and I have been trying to sit here thinking, I'm like, is this really going to happen? Because it's not small, if I could say, but it should make he's done bigger things in the past that have not gotten in trouble. I don't know if we'll say this is small it's small to me compared to what he's done in the past, and it seems like they're getting him on this and not the things in the past.
Well, here's the key. The Southern District of New York is nationally, maybe world famous, for prosecuting financial crimes.
Okay.
So he's in a very disadvantageous region for this type of infraction. He is absolutely. I mean, they prosecute Wall Street guys, mobsters.
Oh wow!
Yeah, this is not the court you want to go in front of if you have this type of crime and realize it's this level. And I think if you watched it, normally he has a posture and a countenance that exudes that he can't be touched. But he was that 30-some-odd counts. Brings a lot of attention where I don't think he wants it, and I really believe that where he is being tried for this is the worst place he wanted to be.
Oh, so it's not smoke and mirrors then?
No, Southern District doesn't smoke and mirrors. They don't do smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, it took them a long time to do this.
Well, they got to be right.
Yeah. Yep.
They have to be right.
Okay. Well, to be continued, fellas. I appreciate you taking my call. Love you guys. Now,
absolutely.
I gave Leon the message. He'll be up hopefully real soon. I said you got to get by and see Bishop. He's
That's
looking
right.
for you, so I'm out of it.
All right.
Take care. All right.
Talk to you. Bye.
I'm just seeing Sid brought up that Georgia might indict Trump too.
They are going to indict
for
him.
that election stuff. Yeah,
they have 2 tapes now.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot to those tapes.
They have a second one.
That's true.
Where he's, it's a little more lengthy conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But it's amazing that those particular politicians thought it was necessary for them to tape him.
Yeah.
Because they didn't trust that he wouldn't throw them under the bus when the time came.
Yep. As you said before, it was a pack. Politics like a pack of wolves. They dog eat dog.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna protect themselves.
That's right.
No matter who it is.
Mm-hmm. But they usually get greedy and consume their own young.
Yes.
That's when they say, "Oops."
Oops. Yeah.
We got Tom from Florida. Got Joan from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Cool. Oh my, haven't been there in a while. Good morning, Tom. How you doing, man?
Good morning, Bishop. How you doing?
What's up, man?
Welcome to OnPointe. What's your comment today, man?
Wild West.
Yeah.
That's us here in Florida.
I would not feel safe.
Cowboy boots.
I wouldn't feel safe, man.
Yeah.
Bishop, let me say what he's done with. He's going at Disney again, and he said yesterday that that maybe they'll have to push the taxes up on hotels in Disney, and maybe the roads of Disney need to be toll roads, and that they need to develop some land that Disney owns. He is taking this to the limits.
He got beat. He got beat. He's embarrassed.
Yeah, his ego's
hurt. Oh yeah, and he's looking at any little minute, whatever he can do to get back at him.
Now maybe I'm wrong, but help me out. This
okay.
One thing I do know.
Yeah.
Is how much business runs politics.
Mm-hmm.
And these corporations are not going to allow these governors, because if it starts in Florida, somebody else is going to try it somewhere else.
Yeah.
These corporations are not going to allow these politicians to dictate their business like that. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just cannot see politicians having that much power.
When you threaten money?
Yeah.
And really, a governor does not have unlimited access to money.
Mm-hmm.
He has some gray area legislative influence.
Mm-hmm.
But the big guys, you really don't want to try to do this.
Yes. Yeah.
Because when it comes down to money, they start using the shoulder holster and the knife in the boot.
The governor's only temporary.
Yeah.
He's not going to be here,
Yeah.
He's not a permanent fixture there.
And then they'll just make sure he doesn't get elected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True. And they'll keep him in court for this. They'll probably keep him in court till he's done.
Forever.
Oh,
they'll file appeal after appeal. Yeah.
I think this has already shown that they are not to be played with. They've already, made moves, so they're no joke.
And what bothers me, Tom, is this. They say Disney employs, 35,000 people?
Yes.
Now, I've been there a couple times in my lifetime. And the Disney complex is fantastic in its own right. But the number of businesses that it impacts that are not on Disney property, I don't think that value can be measured.
Yep.
You have the town of Kissimmee, which is right next door.
Okay.
Which all those hotels, all those restaurants, they're only there because of Disney.
Absolutely. So when do those people that are going to be impacted, not only business owners and their revenue, the success of their businesses, the employees that they employ, in addition to the 35,000 people that Disney employs, and I don't know what the amount of revenue that they bring to the region every year, when do those people start saying, well, wait a minute, Governor, you need to stop?
Yeah. It's got, I don't know what that number is going to be, but they have to see the writing on the wall, because that is just, I'm going to bet it's probably 3 or 4 to 1. For every one Disney employee, I'm betting there's 3 or 4 people supporting from those towns.
Right.
And sooner or later, they'll have to come to the conclusion that this is bad.
It sounds like Orlando. Now, a lot of successful businesses in Orlando, but I'm not sure Orlando would have the footprint that it has without Disney, which is one of the top tourist attractions in the world, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I saw something. When it comes to the U.S., every year between Vegas and Disney pops in number one. It's either number one, number two every year for destinations in the U.S.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And I'm just changing it slightly.
Okay.
The Tennessee Three.
Yes.
The lady who did not get expelled.
Yes.
She said this is racially motivated.
Well, she said it was no way you couldn't. I mean, if they wanted to be as unsubtle as possible, if that's a word. I mean, you got three people doing the same thing. Two of them get kicked out. One of them doesn't, and she just happens to be white. Come on.
Yeah. And I heard one of the chairman of the board, whatever, head of their state house said the reason was not because of her complexion, but because she didn't get on the megaphone like the other two.
Come on, man.
It's just so blatantly ignorant that but obviously they've been operating without a license for a long time.
Yeah. Oh, Bishop, when I had this, them two brothers were articulate. Have you heard them speak?
Yeah, sure.
They were sharp. I like that.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. Yeah, so.
Why are they so concerned with decorum when they haven't seemed to be concerned with decorum for most of this time? I mean,
they're not.
Come on,
who determines what?
Don't give me that. Come on, man. You're not that concerned with it.
Look, you know they have arguments on the floor. You know they do.
Yeah.
You know the guy's banging with his gal. You're out on it.
Yeah, like, come on.
It's not the first time they had a disagreement.
Hey, thank you.
They were looking for an opportunity to get those guys.
Yep.
Tom, good to hear from you, man.
Hey, thank you. You guys enjoy Easter weekend.
You too.
And definitely going to be tuning you in tomorrow.
We look forward to it. God bless you now.
Take care.
Bye-bye. We got Joanne. Joanne!
Good morning.
How are you, Bridgeport, Connecticut?
Good morning, yeah.
Wonderful. Good morning, Pastor Nick,
Good morning.
Bishop. I have been wanting to call in for months.
Good.
And I listen sometime, but I realize that it's a current event program, and my training is do what they say. So, but I have to call in today and say, Pastor Nick, awesome message last night.
Absolutely.
Bishop, I called to tell you, thank you, because when I tell you that God used you to save my life,
wow.
He literally did just that.
Wow.
I went through so much. It's a long story. I'm not drawing anything out. And about a year ago, April the 25th of last year, I just kind of shut up in my room, and I asked God to just do something because I didn't know what to do. I literally felt like I was sitting in the middle of an ocean in a rowboat.
Yeah.
And said, God, how did I get here? And I just made an intentional decision to shut myself off, just pray and read the word, even though I didn't feel like it. But I knew that word is so powerful. This hit me a couple of weeks ago when you're telling people, give us 6 months. Yeah. I don't care whether a person is saved, whether you walked away from God, whatever your issue is. I'm a person that knows God, preached the word of God, been walking with God for over 40 years. Okay. And I'm telling you, in 6 months, my life has transformed.
Wow. God bless you.
God has blessed me exceedingly, abundantly, above and beyond. And I'm not even talking about material things. I'm talking about bringing back my spirit to life.
Yeah.
The power of the word. Just to hear the doctrinal truth that I was brought up in, to hear it, but I hear it with such clarity. I hear it with such revelatory spirit around it. And you are a powerful man, a powerful apostolic anointing. And I said, oh my God, I can't even imagine what this man has had to go through to have that kind of anointing. I know it's something, but it makes me call your name out every day. God bless Bishop David G. Evans.
Thank you so much.
And I'm so grateful, and I just wanted to say thank you.
God bless you, girl.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah.
We got, I got a church up there.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Is it? No, it's Massachusetts.
I don't know.
Boston. What's
Boston.
your name?
Joanne.
Yeah.
Joanne. No, that's kind of far from you.
Yeah.
But I do have a church Let me see. You about how far are you from New Rochelle?
New Rochelle, that's a little ride. That's New York, upstate New York.
Yeah, that's upstate New York.
Ride.
That's a little ride for you.
You know what? I'm going to definitely. I'm just attached.
Come on, see us, girl.
And there's so much there, and I'm from the area. I grew up in Woodbury,
okay.
In Paulsboro.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm a native New Jerseyan.
Paulsboro.
But I just today wanted to just say thank you from
God bless
the bottom of my heart.
God bless you. I look forward to seeing you. Join us tomorrow. We got something for you.
I'm looking. I'm waiting. I'll be on it.
We got something for you, girl.
Yeah. All right. God bless.
God bless you now. Thanks for calling. Stay strong now.
Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah, didn't you do a good job?
Great day.
God bless you, girl. Bye-bye.
God bless.
That was Joanne from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to be apathetic. But it appears as though, and I'm ready to be wrong about this. I used to think every incident of gun violence was going to get us closer to a solution.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems that the reaction now to every incident of gun violence, nationally speaking, is get further and further away from responsibility.
Yes.
I'm just blown away.
Yeah.
When it happened up in Connecticut, I thought, okay, children, elementary school, we're going to see something happen nationally. My thoughts and prayers was all we got.
Yep. And the silly answers of making backpacks bulletproof, giving teachers guns, it's good.
Is there no thought about the children having to be in school with a gun-toting teacher?
Right. Like it's a war zone.
Or putting on a backpack. Oh, this is bulletproof, baby. Make sure if somebody starts shooting, you turn your back to them.
Right.
Come on.
It's utterly insane. Oh, and then armed teachers. Every school needs at least 2 or 3 arms. I mean, I'm not against that part, but that shouldn't be the answer.
No.
That's a necessity answer.
Those are all reactions.
Reactions, versus let's fix the problem.
Yeah, those are not solutions. Those are reactions.
Like, come on, man.
I mean, it's bad enough now. I still go into stores on high alert, and I don't linger. I'm in, out.
Yeah. I used to listen to like my podcast or some music while I'm in the store. Not now. I keep my ears
stay alert,
because it you never know.
You don't,
and it's unfortunate. But again, power. You said power and money.
But they don't care about the kids, man. That's what's blowing my mind.
Yeah. I mean, the psychology as a child walking to a school with a bunch of armed guards. It can give you a measure of safety, but it's stressful at the same time. Because it's like, why do they need to be here, and what could happen?
I remember when I was in high school, 10th grade, Bartram, in West Philadelphia. One of the worst summers for violence, one of the worst years for violence, and the violence came to the school, and guys came up in the cafeteria and started an altercation, and it changed everything as far as security at the school and all, and there was a heightened tension that did not go away. But now, because violence is so normalized outside and inside school, the kids are going to school with a mindset that I don't think we could even approach.
No.
I mean, how do you study? How do you pay attention? How do you stay focused? And the best part of the day is surviving so you can go home.
Yeah.
How does...
Yeah, because a lot of them, like when Columbine happened, I was in high school when it happened. I remember the fear that everybody had the next couple of days after.
Absolutely.
You never think it's going to be yours until something close by comes.
And then you had them turkeys that call in the next day making these threats.
Yeah. We had Miles and I, we had a session of bomb threats, but people were calling them in fake.
Yeah.
Until one day somebody put a fake bomb on a roof. So they had to get the buses and take us home versus let us sit outside when we searched the building.
Lord have mercy.
They arrested the kids who did the prank, but at the same time, everybody the next day were like, What if, because, I mean, you just never know how people are in these situations.
Why did the United States pay a settlement to the Texas church?
So the guy that shot the Texas church, if you remember, he got kicked out of the military for mental health issues.
Okay.
And the military didn't report why they booted him out. Somehow they didn't do some proper reporting.
Okay.
So this guy should have never been able to buy a gun in the first place.
Oh, wow.
Or if he got it, it should have shown that he's had these issues.
Right.
If the military kicks you out and doesn't trust you with a gun,
you're pretty untrustworthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they found this out, and the victims sued the country for, Yeah,
and they gave him $144 million. Doesn't bring back a loved one.
No.
There's a lot of just like racism has become fashionable, not caring about what happens to other people also has become a trend.
Yeah.
And it saddens me.
Yeah. I ain't trying to be spooky, but if this country was built on violence,
yeah,
founded on violence, something's going on here. I mean, it's the norm of this country.
It's generational.
It was
it's
from the beginning to now.
It's generational.
How
we
you
call
get
it
it?
something. We call it something different now.
Yeah.
But it's. You're right though. If you look back in history, it wasn't a peaceful transition from one decade to the next.
What is that? I read something. They said in the history of the United States, 1776 to now, I think they said that the United States has only experienced 11 to 18 years with no war.
Really?
Yeah. From over 200 years. And
11 years of peace.
11, yeah, somewhere around 11 to 18 years of peace. Every other year we've been at war in some capacity.
Wow. Either in one or participating in one. Wow.
It's crazy.
It's a condition of the world.
Yeah.
Well, we're coming up on the end of the program. Thanking everybody for calling us today. Of course, Resurrection Sunday is tomorrow. We have our 8 a.m. virtual service, our 11 a.m. service. We invite you to come and fellowship with us, our Easter morning service, Resurrection Sunday. We have a camouflage or camo theme tomorrow. We want you to come join us. We are going to sow our first fruit tomorrow, as we do biblically instructed to do so 3 times a year. Easter, Resurrection Sunday is one of those times when we bring God an additional offering, first fruit, an additional tithe for many of us. We're asking those of you who are not prepared to do that, do at least $100. We have our midweek coming up at 7 p.m. You don't want to miss that. And we love to pray with you. So send your prayer requests to social@gotobethany.com. social@gotobethany.com. And as we noted earlier in the program, David G. Evans 1 and BBC of NJ, we want you to subscribe to both of those. They get you to YouTube, Facebook, everywhere else. But also subscribe to DGEMS, DGEMS, and OnPointe on all our podcast platforms. For Reverend Nicholas Smith, I'm Bishop Dave G. Evans. I look forward to seeing you. Have a blessed Resurrection Sunday. Come to see us tomorrow if you can. Remember, faith acts like a thing is so, even when it's not so, that it might be so. God bless you. See you next time on OnPointe.